We're going to begin soon. I like to put on this face. I wish you can really see my big smile. We're going to begin soon. If you have any questions, take a look around. What do you see? You know, there's something in the Bible I wanted to put on. Somebody just invited me, so I don't know why someone would invite me. You know, let me see. Just give me a second, right? Yeah. What's up? Silent in the night. How's it going? This is way too silent for me. Here, we're gonna show you around. We gotta check something out here. So, if you don't speak at all, why are we here? If you're interested to know about this, right, or this, you can refabricate something called Kaaba. It's just not 4 walls or 6 walls or 1 wall sitting on the floor. But just give me a second over here. I'm looking for something. Just give me for something. I got to make a check on something. I have to remove someone from a TikTok live. Okay, that was good. That was good. How's it going? How's it going? I'm not ready to show my true face because guess what? We came into the kingdom in the jungle. I mean, I remember on day 6 when they said animal and man, and guess what? I happened to fall into that category. Animal. You know, animal, the 2 worlds, they brought them together. They added the DNA strand and turned us into the soul of what one would know as the division of all. Do you know anything about letters? You know anything about letters? Think about it. What is the letter M? I'll be back in a minute, right? I'll be back in a minute, right? Going to get my hot tea. So this animal inside of me, right? Or outside of me. Well, maybe the animal's inside of me. Have you ever seen the way those varmints work inside of you? All up and down your spine, through the network, right? Through the network in the muscles, the nerves, the beating of the heart. Boom, boom, boom. Or how about the lungs? Why do the lungs get full of water? What is in the letter? What is in the word? I have a question I'm going to ask the general public, but you know what? I'm going to go to a direct source. Truth or lie, I want to know this. Did God say that I am the Word? Let's go check this out. No, the Bible doesn't say that God said, I am the Word, but Jesus says, I am the 7 times in the gospel. Where does it say? No, there's something missing, because I remember in my age, right? Does God say to Moses, I am the Word, or the Word is God? I want to know where I got that, because I've been living with those words all my life. I want to see where it comes from. I am that I am. This is what they say in the Israeli. You know what's funny about this? You ever see the word, this over here? Sorry about that. You ever see that? It says Israel elite. It says the elite is real. You know, in the word of real or Israelite says the rail of the elite. The rail tracks are 11. So the tracks are the elite. Did you know the heart of the clock? Okay, not the heart of this, not the heart of this, right? But the heart, okay? Just give me a second. The heart in the E world, hold on, I lost my trend of thought. I over-explained something. The heart, yes, the railway. The railway is 11. We're the students. If you say we come from alpha, right, the alpha omega, well, what about the alpha beta? Right? Just like you might say the beginning and the end is both A, right? But on what level is A in the house of 10? Do you understand how numbers work? Is there actually, like we say, hey, this is how you speak? It's a verb. A verb. Yeah, a verb. Or it could be an adverb, you know. It could be a verb, an adverb. It could be a person, place, or thing, a PPT, right? A PPT, person, place, or thing. But then that would be what they say is a noun, right? A noun. So is noun to be known for the children of the Creator? I don't know any better. How should I know? I'll be back in a minute, going to warm my water up so it becomes hot water. Hot is number 43. 43 for the devil. Why would I think blue is for boy, but when I think red is for the devil? Where does the girl come in? Where does the girl come in? So now I got to mix a little bit of white with the red, right? Because I got to get the devil out of it and bring a little purity in it. So now I can have the girl for the pink. You see, I have to differentiate. Should I just say, instead of man and woman, just say odd and even, and you decide who is the odd? I didn't say God, and I didn't say if Eve was even, and I didn't say if Eve was in 7, right? And I didn't say Eve was part of 11. I didn't say any of these things. No, I didn't. And where does E come from anyways? And I talked to this numerologist. Now, what's a numerologist? Is it like a gynecologist? I don't know. But I got to warm up that water for my tea. Now, you might think, what did this guy drink? Well, how do you know I'm a guy? Oh, is it because of my big hair? You know why I like to dress in this? Because my teeth look good. Look at that. That's lovely. I got beautiful teeth. I wish I just would have remained with the animal on day 6, you know? Because you know what happened before man even came to be through the 7th gate? I'm going to come back, okay, in a minute, because I have to warm up my water. I have to make sure I got temperature, right? Now, oh my God, the mercury scale. Was it the blue or the red for the hot and the cold? Hot and cold. Red and blue. I got the devil come back. She's going to burn me up. I'll add a little bit of white to the red to cool it down, but then the elephant came and hit me. How do I know? Because I got it in the trunk. And how do I know it was evil? Because the red lights, right? When the octagon set itself up, I set my octagon up and still it created the devil in the trunk. You know, press on those brakes. And then all of a sudden, bang, into the red. And then I saw the elephant in the trunk. And you know, the trunk gets locked. The trunk gets a key and the 4 doors gets a key. But when you look into the hood, they got something from inside the car to open up the hood. Could you open up the hood on the old standard cars from the outside where we have the V8? Now, if you're French, you all know that V is for life. And if you're an artist or reading the Zodiac, you know that V can be the Taurus. And the Taurus got the 2 horns. And you know the Taurus, well, I'm not sure if Taurus is what? Is that the 2nd zodiac sign? So I don't remember. I'm not really good with the Western zodiac. I remember better, like the Western, like I remember better the Chinese, like the machine, AM from another world. Machine, like China, Chin. You have to understand. So I'm going to go and, yeah, I can hear you already, warm up the water. How is everybody? If you want to ask me any questions, I'm here. Just don't join and keep yourself out of this conversation. right? Don't keep yourself out of this conversation because this face here, I want to keep it. I like this face. Give me a minute. Got to warm up the water and get into the gateway, if you know what I mean. How do you connect the bridge between the right and the left logical and rational hemispheres? Right? Right up there. At the same time, I'll probably go and take a wee-wee. You know, I'm so happy for this channel that I can go ahead and disguise myself. Just give it a minute. You know what? Because I'm taking a 2-minute break here, right? I think I should like be nice and put on the radio or something. Just give me a minute. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go heat up that water. You know, I can probably carry you with me in here, but wouldn't you rather just look at the artwork and say, where am I, right? Where is this guy? Where is this guy? What's he talking about? You know what? An old thing was like, I remember from my days, and remember the personal connection you have with the Creator is everything that's ever happened in your life, right? On every level of your life. Okay, with the experience which is brought on and understood by time, which is by looking back at life, or dreaming, looking into the future. Can you say it was a bad dream looking at the past, but it's a good dream when you're looking at the future? Or do you take everything as a bleak outlook? You have to understand how to decorticate, okay, who we are, what we stand for, and the three choices we have, and that within the three choices, right, you're only going to make two of them. It's during the time of the choosing that the choice of not choosing yet will be the harmonic between the two, giving you that chance or polarity in the choice you take to choose. You choose to take. You know, 360 degrees, right? 360 degrees from center. Is that right? I'm in the room where it says, you know that? I want to show you what it says, you know. I'm in the washroom right now, right? See, that water's getting hot. That water's getting hot. Just give me a minute, I'm coming back. Whoop, I gotta check the cat food out over here. Just 1 second. Whoop, there you go. Gotta check the cat litter out. Yeah, I gotta clean the cat litter. You know, because if I feel I got a job to do when I'm done there, you know, I gotta make sure I do the most important thing in the house. And that most important thing in the house, right? The most important thing. Like the most important thing, you know, I gotta be the secretary, you know that, I gotta put the house in order, I gotta be the secretary, I gotta be the nurse, you know, I gotta take care of myself. The difference between the odd and the even, you can also look at it as the male and the female, is taking care of all these obligations all the time. You know, I was just thinking of this because I went into the washroom, and you know, the word washroom or bathroom, right? It's once you mention that, you're going to think of bath and shower, right? You're going to think of a sink. You're going to think of water, possibly hot and cold water, somewhere where you're going to take the dirt off, everything that's been inside your mind. So you got to concentrate on getting yourself clean. I'm just looking for, I don't know what happened to my glass. Oh, there it is. I was looking for my glass. You know, it's great to do numbers, right? But I can do numbers, and what is this? Oh yeah, it goes here, and that goes there, and that goes there. And I'm going to come back and bring this for those who are still sitting here. And really, I don't like to use and waste anybody's time, right? And you know what I noticed? Just give me a second. Maybe I can put on a little music. It's going to take me another minute here. Hold on. Okay, I couldn't get that done, but I want to tell you about the bathroom. Right? The bathroom, it's got books, magazines, and the scroll. The bathroom has the scroll. Now you can think I'm making fun, but I'm making fun inside what seems like to you is fun, but it's really the truth. How is somebody supposed to connect to somebody else? Oh, look at all them hearts. There be 271. LME, 33. Oh, everybody knows that 33 brings us full rotation. Right? Look at that. We're just the two of us, right? It's crazy. I got one of the hottest channel. Now, somewhere in there, I'm going to remember this. All right. Now it's a word. Now it's a letter. Now it's a character that's brought together with dots and dashes, right? I want people to show up to the channel. I shouldn't say a word. In fact, somebody should just repeat everything that I did say. I'm breathing in the air they gave me to bring my lungs. The air. Pass it on to my heart to give it the energy that it needs to beat. Pa-poom, pa-poom, pa-poom. How is it that my breath, my heart, and my birth all use basically the same letters of sound? Birth sounds like earth, but is spelled with an I-R-T-H. With a B, of course. Not like an earth starting with the E, although in the B, they have the E sound, but in the R, it sounds like the R sound. But what if I was French? Like you see that I just changed my hat. I went from English to French, but you couldn't tell the difference, right? Because I'm the same human being, right? I'm the same human being, and I want to share with the world, right, how the mathematics connected to language, whether it's Arabic. Okay, whether it's Hebrew, okay, and the Hebrews do this too, I know, right? Whether it's Gematria, whether it's Chaldean, where there's different arrangements of the letters, and how we count, and how we write our words, and how we write our numbers. And then we all go to school to learn our language. I'm coming to school to learn my language. Oh, but we also teach French. That's okay. We teach Arabic, but that's okay. So all the languages are going to have a basis, and the basis is for the children coming into the nursery and the kindergarten, and the nurseries. And we're learning the primaries of all life. A shape, telling the truth, the angles before the numbers, but the numbers are within the angles, and the numbers hold concept also within the word. When I go deep inside myself, And I'm not looking for any sympathy or anything, but I want to cry. I just feel it. I see it. I know it. I know it for the truth that it has brought me from the depths, from the hell of this planet, which resided only in one place, in my head. Did I make myself believe to feel the way I did? Well, my thoughts, my breath that comes bringing the air into my body, which vibrates into my body, which within the air are the waters and the frequencies that I've created an improper frequency or channel within inside myself, that I went down so low in these frequencies that when I came to the top, and I'm coming and I'm near the top, but I always go down to the bottom. That's why they call it polarity. That's why they call it Libra, right? The Libra is not a balance, it's the imbalance. It is the Ima mother, the imbalance brought through the father and the mother, coming from one side in the marital proposal from the sun and the moon. And I can back all that I say up. And the truth is in the mathematics and understanding the equations that come from fairness, that come from games. If you want to talk about the Olympics or the amateur, where the soul comes in, where it is prohibited to bring Mars into the Olympics. Mars, the fourth planet, and on my keyboard, key 511, November 5th, the keyboard, where the number 4 holds the dollar sign, a singular line through the S letter, 5 and 1, the numeric value for Mars. The quarter house, Y is 15, 15 is a quarter of 60, and quarter is 25, and the numeric for Jack, Jack is a plug-in, and Earth is 52, not B-E-A-R-T-H, but B-I-R-T-H, for it is a moon birth, and it's not a sun birth, because in the sun birth, it's 3 by 1854. But in a moon birth, it's 3 by 1957. Bringing it through the sun, bringing the AI world together, bringing the two wings together, bringing your sea creation into the mirror world, the money world, the house of bait, being the circumference of Alpha sitting in the bun cake. And I can show all of this to you. Not only in this artwork, which is decorticating certain aspects and realities in miniature, just in every single design. I don't know some of the designs, but I do understand why I did some of the designs. And it basically wasn't my choice, because when I did this, I wasn't an artist. I never was an artist. I'm a truck driver. I drive an 18-wheeler. And guess what? You know, we all need to drive the 18-wheeler. It's right here. It's 10 wheels and 8 wheels. October is the octagon for the 10th month, which is actually the 3rd month of, December, November, and October, because we're going backwards. Although the forward way, I'm born on the 277th day, but on the backward way, I'm born on the 88th day. 88 or 277. 88, 277. When is the power of a gateway? Now, I can just tell you any of these stories, but why 18 for this thing? What in the world is this thing? You know, I can pull it apart, right? Look at that, pulling it apart. What is the heart of this? What does it mean? How can it mean it? What does it say? What does it say? Does anybody know what this is? You know, and there's my theories also have to be decorticated. And when I use the word decorticate, it means talked amongst us. And usually talk is discussion. It's not argument. Because we see different, right? Because we see different, we have to understand the differences. You know, everything is calculated in a science lab, and they don't only write down the end result. They wrote everything they did till the end result, and they keep adding on right? It's still in the scroll, which I keep in the bathroom, which is where I sit on the throne. Don't tell anybody. My best speaking area is where the water runs, both cold and hot, so I can see the difference. I'll adjust the Christ between it so that I know that the gates are the divisions of Omega, G-O-D. I happen to be that O dividing everything before I make my final choice, being the God of the decision of who I am to choose. My polarity gives me that chance. And the higher and the lower you go, yes, I'm sorry, but when you think of everything and you bring your soul into the meaning of how you feel because of what you've done, what you could have done, or what has happened, it just means you have a great polarity of vision, a great vision within. You don't always have to cry for everything as long as you understand and hold your stability. Once you know that you can go to the depths, you don't always have to go there. Just give me just 2 minutes to breathe. I just want to light the incense. I also want to let you know what I believe, a little bit about what I believe. And I think it's very important to understand all aspects of what a word is, what universe or kitchen or den or couch or sofa, the sky or paint or colors or games. Because you know that, again, if I mention the bathroom, you might think of the bath. So right away, we have a tub. We also have an overflow that runs on the 28th day of the month, on the father or the pole. I don't say that for, I just want to just add this one piece in, like, father. Now, this is backwards. I got to fix that. Is it backwards for you? That's still backwards. Is this forward to you? Let me open up my channel here, take a look. I want to see what's going on my page here, which way I'm seeing this. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I want to see what's going on my page here, which way I'm seeing this. Okay, I had to shut that sound off. Okay, so before I go on, I'm going to just show you this little piece here. Is we have to know all the differences, right? When I say father, mother, brother, right? When I say father, mother, brother, we'll get back to the shit. Yeah, and you know what? We have to understand, we don't like to hear certain words, What is your first thought when you hear certain words, Why during 3-4 years ago, everybody was buying toilet paper? I don't know if it happened in your district. Everybody was sitting and writing scrolls, right? But there's a reason for that back house to exist. It's a back house. Noted that in French, right? They say the back house, or it was English and it terminologied into the back house or because. Right? So we have to understand where our words were used over time. I believe that we're at this point in time, from the beginning of time to now. So the beginning of time to now is the continuation, right? And let's call it the soul of life. Well, if we call it the soul of life, can I call it the game of life? The game of life. Inside the game is the word soul for the French. When the French say it is spelled A-M-E, So when you write game, you're not writing gom, you're writing game. Just like in dove, right, or move, you only change the first letter, but the sound became different of and move. ooh instead of moo instead of So we have to understand all these sounds are going to, in a numeric way, it's going to tell us where we are. We have to also understand where A, E, I, and O are, where they are in the basic strategies of the numerics. Unlike going to Chaldean, right, where everything becomes 2 by 2. I may as well go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but in reality, that 8 ball is supposed to be the breakout, right? It's supposed to be for both sides, and there's a reason for it, because the 8 connects 6 and 6 at the 7th gate, right? Where 7 and 9 meet your gateway to your birth. And I know because on the telephone, right, they put 4 letters on the 7 and they put 4 letters on the 9. But when you went into Mars, where the ATM is, where the money is, right, they took 2 letters off and they moved them around. They took 1 letter off the 7. That was the Q. Don't tell anybody. They took Q17 and they moved it, right? They took Q17 instead of PQRS, right? And instead of WXYZ, they moved the what is 70 equaling to 53 and 17, and what is 98 equaling to 26 and 72. Moving it over on the ATM, and on the phone, they have nothing. They have nothing. They wrote nothing on number 1. Number 1 gets divided up. Number 1 gets divided up. Something to do with the sun. You know, there's Trinity when it comes to the moons. Have you had trouble sleeping lately? Thinking about Mars? Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not thinking about Mars. No way. How can I be thinking about Mars if I had a bad dream? Well, what if I said to you, did you have a phobia? Did you have demons come inside of you? The names of the Mars moons. Now, you can be an adult, but don't be an adult when you come to this channel. Although you have to maybe be a little wittier in certain ways, but you have to think that when you came into this world, and if everything you were taught was not the truth and it was complete lies, but yet you didn't know if it was the truth and you didn't know if it was a lie, so what would you do? What would you do? So you look at the things fairly and look at everything as, I'll put everything in order. And I'm going to do some relationships, even to the tooth fairy. So the tooth is under the pillow. And now if you have more than one tooth, you'll now have teeth, right? So we have to understand the way the OO went to the EE, because you had more than one. And if you have more than one, right, usually in the English language, they like to say, we'll add it on with a plural. I like that because it sounds like purple. I'm not going to tell you that purple is 88 and Andromeda, right? And if you want to look at Andromeda and just switch the words around, you can go DNA. I didn't say Anderson, you know, like in the Matrix, Anderson, right? Which can also be related to, when you say S-O-N, you can look at it backwards or say it forwards and go sun. Well, what about if you went NUS, N-O-S? In one way, the French might misunderstand some people. You might say, somebody's getting married. A NUS means, that's what I understand, somebody's getting married. And it also, if you say it, it's like no or notre, which means our. So in the word, okay, of Anderson says the DNA of a red sun, of our red sun. Now, I'm not going to talk about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Purple is 88. S connects 2 wings. We also note that we have the bunny teeth on the top, right? And then we have the 4 teeth on the bottom. That is a gate. That is the understanding of the location of an area space, what is between 6 and 8, or Fox 45 headquarters, Mars, And that's where your vibration, that is where the extended, let's say, note of your vibration resides. Now, everything I say, I can back it up with a mathematical equation that will connect, okay, to words. And these words will be the story I speak. Seems like we're still only one here, which makes absolutely no sense. So I'm going to get on the phone, and I know there's others that follow me. I'm going to see with them. I'm going to see with them. I just want to see that we're just one person here. I know I see Sarah and Elamia off and on. So I see Michael is here. Say hi, hi, hi. I'm going to say hi to everybody, right? Thank you, Sarah, for liking the live. Is there something you'd like to know? What would you like to know, Sarah? What would you like to understand within the live? You know, I'd like to have guests, but who am I going to invite? You know, oh, maybe I can invite... oh, here, let's see if we can invite him. Oh, this will be interesting. I just invited something. And you know what's funny? Because I never know what to say next, right? Because I never know what to say next, it makes me a little bit nervous. Just give me a second. Come on, kitty. You coming in? Where are you? Come on. Yeah. You see that shirt right over here? You read that shirt? Anybody see that shirt? Can you read this shirt? Yeah, you know what? Usually some people come on, right? I'll let somebody come on, right? Say hi, I say hi, right? I'm rolling my jacket on my pants here. I got like 75 things. So yeah, I was gonna talk Palladium or Madame Curie, but I'm not. I don't really want to talk too much. I want to see here who's on. Let me see this over here. Hold on a second. Okay, let me turn this. I want to see what's going on. Yeah, I don't want to show my face. Okay. Okay, it showed my face over here. It shows there's 2 people on, 1,700 likes, and obviously from 2 people, that's 850 person, which is, you don't have to tap so much. It's okay. You know, the most important thing, I think, is that the word should get out. The word should get out. We have to understand our alphabet, which means to re-understanding words, okay? And in doing this, when we go back to where the children begin to learn, right? Where what comes in is we're going to use the shape, right? And we're not lying with this shape. And we're not going to lie, okay? You see this over here? We're not going to lie that the angle to this, because it's 6, will be 60 on the angle, right? But the thing about this is it can be different. It can be created differently, right? On 6 sides, it's 6 by 60, but do I have to create it 6 by 60? Because I'm going to show you, right, the same design. I'm going to show you this design. When you're working in matrix, okay, there's an absolute that must happen. That difference between the absolute will tell you an alternative story, something you haven't looked for yet, because perhaps you haven't asked that question yet. I work with the dots and the lines, the connecting, the understanding of the difference. The understanding of the difference of 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, and that 3.5 understanding is the cubic difference to the triangle. Everybody knows a triangle seems like 3, when the actuality, a triangle is 4. A triangle is 4. Tell me that I'm wrong. Now, of course, I'm here doing all these lives, and I'm not writing it all down because I cannot possibly ever remember everything I've said over 20 years and 12,000 videos, and the average video at this time is now an hour plus. You know, I like to say the plus over the subtraction. And, you know, when I think of subtraction, I think of submarine, like underneath, and that would be the water. But when I say minus, right? When I say minus, it says without no sun. It also tells me about 1001. Now, how can minus tell me about 1001? I'm just going to use what they told me. They told me when you're playing in the house of 21, right? When you're playing in the house of 21, you stand. You stand. You stand. You stand on the silver and the gold. Possibly the mother and the father being 1 and 2, unless you're going to the bathroom, right? You sit down, you get the number 2, right? You got to go number 1 and number 2. But don't forget, it's when you're saying number 1, it's actually could be 9 and 1 and then 9 and 2. How do you get that? How do you get 9 and 1, 9 and 2 from going to the bathroom? Well, you're doing a 1 and a 2, so you're the birth. You're doing the 9. I can put 6 and 1 and 6 and 2 because when you came to life. So the 6-1 would be playing beside the gateway, and the 6-2 would be connecting that gateway. What is the importance of 6 and 2? 2 is the circumference of 1, or we can also look at it this way, okay? And in order for me to believe something, it says it's 10, I have to plug this in, right? I have to make sure this is plugged in, so just give me a second and remind me what I was just talking about. Fox headquarters, quarters of the horse, quarter of this. So let me see what's happening. This is plugged in, so maybe this cable's not working as good as this cable. I'll take out this cable and put it to this cabal. Whoop, there's a buzz on my phone. My phone is buzzing. Oh my God, I heard a buzzing on my phone, a ringing in my phone. Do you know what that means? Because if you're getting a buzz, it means there's a vibration, right, between the two hemispheres. You get that buzzing, right? So the buzzing comes on between the two hemispheres. So that means we have to have a separated hemisphere. How can we get that separated hemisphere connected? 420. Yeah, 420. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2 connects what is 6 and 6 in gematria through the 7th gate. Otherwise, it'd be 6 and 8. 4 times 2, 8. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 and 8, 14. 1 and 4. We've now connected this. Connected the dots. We connected 36 in a fashion where you have, okay, either one, you're going to have an automatic of 2 aces, right? You're going to have it in the 5 and you're going to have it in the 3. The one in the center, right? You're always going to have 14 no matter how I turn this. Always 14. Let me see who sent this. We're only one person here, it says. So that's not fun. That is definitely not fun. How do I get more people to this channel? Let me try something. Hey, Sarah, how'd you like to join me in this live? What do you think? Invite McLaren Doe to join your live as a guest. Who is this person? Who is this person? Let me see. Let me see this person. I don't want to invite. Who is it that would want to be invited? You know what I'm saying? And then how do you get them back? Invite Marco Grandecai, Marcel to join the live. Sarah, RRFG. So you know what? I'm not sure if it's bots or what. I lose a lot of time, and when I get connected, and I'm saying this for myself because I like to let everybody understand and be aware of this, although every time I hear it from others, right? Every time I hear this from others, okay, I think it's like cuckoo. I'm like, who are they connected to? Who are they connected to? They're connected to the buzz. They got the rational side of their brain cooking. They got the hot and the cold, the red and the blue. They got the devil. Yeah, the devil coming up with all those conspiracies. In fact, you know what's funny? It's like, if it's a conspiracy, does that mean it's not real? But do we get a chance to debunk reality, the truth? Or does the truth just say, it ain't real, must be a conspiracy? It means somebody's got a great idea. You know, every single business that's new, right, is conspiracy because it's something different and everybody went for it, right? That's why I bought some toilet paper, because I could have washed with my hands. I like the bathroom. I usually feel good when I get out, you know, like my snake, you know, the snake that gets raveled up inside of me. I don't feel good. I got a stomach ache. You know, everything goes back to my snake. I put it in one end. It goes through the transition period, and then it comes out the other end. But it gets separated, the land and the ocean. So the birds, right? Like when I pee, I can say, oh, that's the birds flying in the rain. But when I poop, should I call it the fish? Which one's the poop? Because I like to call the poop the earth. So that means I have to have opposites. I need to find opposites everywhere. So the science I do, although it's in a way it's a perfect science, but it also gives a balance to the understandings and differences in words. Let me just see something. What else can I do on this channel? You know, when I come on here, under the different element, there's another way to come on here, but I wanted to carry my camera around, so I don't think I can do a live. Can I do a live and a live? Let me see if I can do a live and a live, just for the fun of it. You're live now. Continue hosting live from that device to end the videos before going live on this device. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Oh, there's live chat. Okay. So hold on. Let me go see this.